Good morning, Team Hustle. All right. I titled this morning. What did I title this morning? Do the hard things. A few things you must have. I actually went to some of the leaders on the team. I was drawing a blank this morning. I was just feeling a little like, gosh, the last thing I want to do is get on Monday mornings and lecture people about what they should be doing in their business, because nobody has a boss here and we're all self-employed in this adventure. You might have a regular, what Kristin calls a stupid job. I adore that. And when you're doing this, you are self-employed and you are your own boss. And that's a double-edged sword in this industry because, sorry, I'm doing two things at once, because we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, which means we can do no work whenever we want, and then nothing happens. And what drives me the most bonkers, and I love the TikTok or reel that everybody's doing lately. There's two of them out right now. One, if you go on Erin Jarrell's page, she did, I think yesterday, and it's funny. And then there's another one that's like, you have to show people your business to actually have a business, something like that. And that's the like problem we have. We can do this anytime. We can do this part-time, we can do this full-time. We can't do it sometimes. And the problem is most people just do this sometimes. And that's the reality of what this business is people do it sometimes. And that doesn't work. That is never going to get you, unless you are here. Again, I will say this all the time, disclaimer, unless you are here because this is more of a hobby type business and you're only looking at making, between $100 and $500 a month as just a little petty cash, right? But most people who get on our morning Zooms are not those people. So I don't generally feel like I'm talking to you on a Monday morning. So when I get to the point where I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about on a Monday morning anymore. I know it's because I'm so busy doing the do. And the most I can do is tell people what I'm doing, but I can't make them do it. Right. And so I asked for some suggestions this morning in our operational chat where we kind of get some things done, approvals for pages and who's doing what meetings and all that. And I know the leaders feel the same way, because the response I got on their first thing this morning was, they need to know that this is their own business and they need to treat it like a business. You need to treat it like a business to have a business. That's what the real is. And I'm like, I couldn't agree with you guys more. Unfortunately, when we get on Monday mornings, most of the people who are on are the people who are actually doing it. So I'm preaching to the choir when I do that. And I don't really think that helps. Like, they already know. They just have to do the do. So that helped though, because it got my mind spinning on, Sydney then threw in there some stuff about we've had a bunch of promoters in their VIP 800, 1600. She has a couple that are ending today and this week. And it's needing the reminders of the things that need to be done. And I'll go back again. We have the promoter bot, and I've put people through the promoter bot in this month, and then they don't do it. And I can't make you we just can't. And so, another suggestion was showing them all the tools of the business, basically, what are their tools? What should they be doing? I was like, I just did that Zoom on a Wednesday night a couple of weeks ago and just threw the recording in, I think over the weekend. Everybody knows what's there. I know new people is a little bit of an exception, but if they're new, you should be holding their hand at this point, and you should be making sure that you check in on them and they are going through the bot and they are going through the trainings. So that's an exception to the rule. For everybody else, they already know. All the tools are at their fingertips. So I was like, okay, I need something different this morning. And that's why I titled it Do the Hard Things, because quite honestly, I think I went in and asked the question, if you haven't brought on any promoters lately, or your team haven't brought on any promoters lately, tell me what the problem is, because I want to solve problems. I legitimately am good on my own personal recruiting game. I think I've already hit VIP 1600 this month reset, if not VIP 800. And I need maybe one more promoter. I'm good on my recruiting game. I don't need any help. No one needs to tell me what to do or how to do it. I can always learn and grow and get better. Don't get me wrong. I have my own things in my own business that need work on, but I do the hard things. I put up a post yesterday of me speaking on stage a number of years ago at GoPro in front of thousands of people. You guys, I literally was shaking out of my skin, crawling out of my skin to do that. The day that Eric Worre called me and asked me to speak on stage, all the way up until that event, until the time I walked off that stage, I thought I was going to vomit. It went on for like 3 weeks. I thought I was going to vomit, because now you're taking me from this, like, yes, I get up in front of the room and talk. That does not mean I would be comfortable walking onto a stage in front of thousands of people, live streamed to hundreds of thousands more around the world, that I was going to be comfortable doing that. And so we all have levels of comfortability and growing through those, right? And we have to do the hard things if we want this business to grow. And fortunately, but unfortunately, this is a side hustle for most people. This is something extra. It's a plan B, and we treat it as such. Even if, because I've heard plenty of people on this team go, I'm going to turn around and make this my plan A. And I've heard it multiple times from multiple people. I'm going to turn around and make this my plan A. And then they do that for like a week or two, and then they slide back into their old habits, and they're like, that's okay. I mean, I have my regular job. That's what pays the bills. This is just secondary, and this is extra. So I'll get to it when I get to it. And that's generally how most people treat this business. And it's okay if you don't have big, lofty goals that need to happen quickly for you to walk away from a job or pay off a bill or pay off a house, or just have a life that you deserve. Like literally have a life that you deserve. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about doing the hard things. And as I was thinking about that, I don't know. Oh, I did a search in my email from another Lavelle brand promoter that has a podcast that drops into my email almost daily. And she always has really good topics and stuff that she talks about. So I went and did a search just to get some like motivation, inspiration, like what should I talk about this morning? And it dawned on me, she created this challenge years ago that we've done multiple times on this team. And I thought, it's much different now how we do things, and the funnel of that would be different. So how could I like take the idea and then mold it, but also put it extremely intense in the next 10 days? So I'm going to get to that in a minute, but it's what really got me motivated this morning, because it's going to force the hard things. It's going to physically show you exactly what needs to be done. You will have all of the tools right at your fingertips, because I'm going to build it into the boards. I'm going to have it all done for you, ready to go. There will be no freaking excuses besides your own bad habits. Okay. So at the end of this 10 days, you either sink or you swim on this challenge. And it is all about growing your business. And I am so excited to launch it. I haven't even quite figured out what the prize will be or how that will work. And then there was part of me that was like, no prizes. The prize is you grow your business. Woo! That's kind of how I feel about it. But I also like making it fun and a little competition, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll make just this like large deal about it, and we'll have like a trophy and like a party. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So I made a couple of notes. I want to go back to those so I don't forget to talk about a couple of things before I tell you a little bit more about the challenge we're going to do. So when we're doing the hard things, a few things you must have and build on is confidence. And if you don't have confidence in yourself right now, and you don't have confidence in your business, I hope you at least have confidence in your product and how well that it works. And then that's what you establish yourself on. And all the other confidence you are going to borrow from your upline, your sideline, and your friends in this business. Okay. Can we make a commitment that confidence is king in this? Confidence and consistency are king in this. And if you can become confident in what you're doing every single day with this, you will move so much faster in this business. I will tell you, and anybody on here that's my personally enrolled or who I did a 3-way call with to bring you into the business, if my confidence wasn't one of the number one things that made you want to join because you got to see or feel or hear that, I would love to know what it was. Most people end up joining me because I am so confident about the success that can be had in this business that it's a no-brainer once we get done. You are joining because of how confident I was. A lot of the reason is going to be that. So you have got to exude that type of confidence when you are trying to recruit. And I have a feeling that's why we're not recruiting as many promoters as we should be, because the confidence is lacking on your end. So you are not exuding it to your new person, your newest recruit, your newest. So if you can't, stop trying to be that person and get them in a three-way chat, get them on a three-way call, and help them meet somebody who's super confident about moving forward in this business. Okay. Because confidence is super superior in this. People do not want to join somebody who kind of sort of does this business, kind of sort of sees them on social media, kind of sort of sees them go in and out, and kind of sort of believes in themselves that they'll ever reach 12K and get an auto bonus. Would you want to join somebody like that? If you were really thinking about creating an additional income, a side hustle, something to pay the family bills, to get your car paid for, to go on those lifestyle getaways, do you want to join somebody who's never done it and doesn't even seem confident about actually getting there? No, nobody would, unless you're doing this as a hobbyist and it's just your next door neighbor who's doing something that you want to be a part of. Maybe. So confidence is king. If you don't have it, here's the number one rule. Find someone who does and plug your people into them until you gain the confidence needed to close those deals. Okay. Second, you need a plan. And this is where the idea popped this morning. You need a plan. You either plan to fail or fail to plan if you don't have a plan. Okay. So we're going to create that plan for you for the next 10 days today. And that's why I said you either sink or swim on this one, because you either do it or you don't do it, because everything's going to be laid out for you. All you got to do is plug and play and drop. That's all you got to do. You have to actually reach out to the people. So you either do it or you don't. So I'm going to give you the plan. If you failed to have a plan up until this point, you're going to get a plan today. And I want you to do it for the next 10 days. And I really want you guys to talk to your teams, because obviously not everybody's on here today. We only have 26 people on here, and we have about 10,000 promoters on this team. Okay. 26 people on here this morning and about 10,000 promoters on this team. Does that show you how many people want to grow a business? Obviously, there's a lot of people at work. Don't take that the wrong way. Okay. And then you need to know what tools you have at your fingertips and are they ready to use? So I'm going to create the tools for you. So I'm going to create the plan for you. I'm going to create the tools for you. I'm going to tell you how to do it. And all you have to do is plug them in. Okay. You also need a funnel of people. That I cannot do for you. If you have not been adding 10 new friends to Facebook every single day, or Instagram, or whatever your channel of choice is, if you've not been doing what's in that IPA checklist every single day, then you will have a harder time with this, because you have not been filling your funnel. I cannot help you with that. I cannot pick up your phone and add friends to your Facebook every day. You have to do that. You have to do that. Your team has to do that. I've given you guys the math on that. I've given you guys how many people do you want in your audience? If you were given, okay, let's take me on the GoPro stage. Do you know that that's paid dividends for me since that day? When I was asked to speak on that stage, there was no way I was saying no. You would have, like, there's no way I was saying no. I could have been, it doesn't even matter. Like, even if I was so scared to, like, drug me, put me on the stage, because what that has done is paid dividends for me. It paid dividends in my confidence. Once I got that under my belt, I knew I could do it 100 more times. It would be scary every time, but I could do it every time. But okay, so you have an audience on Facebook, right? 5,000 seats there. I've done this before and I've talked about it before. You're given a chance to get up and talk about your product or your opportunity in front of 5,000 people every single day, but yet you still only have 700 friends in those seats. Why? Would I really want to speak on that stage if Eric didn't fill all those thousands of seats? No, it would be pointless for me to. I mean, good practice, but it's paid dividends for years. I've been asked to speak on podcasts. I've been asked to speak on other stages. I've done all kinds of things since that date. And I still have people who follow me because of that. I still have people who tell me they saw me there. I still do. And one other thing about your audience, Jessie Lee Ward, who's in another company. I talk about her a lot because she's absolutely crushing it in this industry. It's just because she does more than most people will ever do. Not our products are better, our opportunities better, our auto bonus comes way earlier, our compensation plan pays out better, our products are way wider range. But she just does what more than what most people will. She did a live, she goes live like 3 times a day, every day for like years. Okay. She did a live one day and she asked people to tell her how they came in contact with her. All these are all her followers, and she gets hundreds of people on her lives every day. Okay. She asked the question, how did you first meet me? Like, how did you get to know who I was? And she read through them, and it was like Facebook, Instagram, go pro stage, 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 Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, go pro stage, go pro stage, go pro stage, go pro stage. I mean, it was like ridiculous the amount of followers she got from speaking on that stage. Okay. Where is your stage? It doesn't need to be that big, but where is your stage and who are you bringing to the table? If you are not filling those seats, you will have no one in your funnel. So I wanted to talk about that because I still believe we are struggling to add more people to our network. And that is number one. Without that network, without that audience, you can put stuff in your stories every day. You can be consistent every day. You can take your product every day. You can put promos up every day. You can rah-rah your team every day. If you don't have anybody new to talk to every day, it doesn't matter what you do. So those seats have to be filled first. I believe filling those seats is the first thing you should do every morning. Fill the seats, 10 new people, 10 new people, 10 new people, 10 new people, 10 new people every day. Do it before your birthday reach outs. We always talk about birthday reach outs. You're going to run out of people to birthday reach out too if you don't fill the seats. So the most important thing you should do is fill the funnel, fill the audience, fill the seats. Okay. And then, okay, my notes just went away. Then we have to ask the hard questions. Okay. So there's a few things I can do for you. I can help you with confidence. If you don't have it, we have plenty of people on this team who are confident. We can plug you into them so that your people can be plugged into them. Stop trying to do it on your own if you're not confident. Okay. I can create the plan for you. I'm going to do that. I can give you the tools to make sure you're ready to implement the plan and to have things at your fingertips. So we can just go boom, 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 boom. I cannot create the funnel for you. I mean, I can't put the people in the funnel for you. You have to go get the people and you have to ask the hard questions. I can even give you the scripts so that the hard questions are already typed up for you. And I'm going to do that. But you have to actually send. You actually have to push send and make sure they get the hard questions so that we can start handling objections. Okay. So the challenge I'm going to launch, everything's going to be at your fingertips. I would love as I'm going through this, I'm going to put a disclaimer up here. This is not going to be for the faint at heart. If this next 10 days is not good timing for you, you get a free pass. It's your business. It's not mine. I mean, it is. It's kind of my business. But you get a free pass. Okay? It's your business. You do what you want with it. If you have other things going on in your life that are taking precedence right now because they have to, please don't take what I'm about to say the wrong way. Okay. I got to put disclaimers and things now. I've offended enough people in the past. I've learned my lesson. So I put disclaimers in. This is your business, but this is not going to be for the faint at heart. This is going to be for people who are ready to freaking run with their hair on fire for the next 10 days and are going to do whatever it takes to build their business. Is that understood? Shar will shake her head yes, because she's really the only one staring at me. And thank you, Amber. Thank you, Jojo. I love faces on the screen because it's not just me talking to myself, but I totally get not having your camera on. I can understand that too. Hey, Rebecca, you're looking mighty thin in your photo. I know, I can tell. Okay. So in the past, and I'm going to bump a couple of, this is the coolest thing. We've done something similar in the past. Okay. And everybody heard my side note, right? This is not for the faint of heart. Okay. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Kristin. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Trent. I love seeing the faces. Okay. We've done this in the past. If for those of you who've been around for a while, you've done it. It's called the 100 Thrivers Challenge. We usually give you 30 days. You're getting 10. I was like, should I minimize this and only make them do like 10? And I was like, hell no. No, we haven't done enough this month. So now we're going to make up for it for the last 10 days of the month. And we're going to do the 100 Thrivers Challenge with a little bit different twist on it because it doesn't quite fit the mold that it did years ago. Okay. Things have changed how we do things. I'm going to give you everything at your fingertips. Okay. We technically have 11 days, including today. So today can be your prep day. And if you want to start today because you kind of already know what you're doing, you can. I'm going to tell everybody right now, the only thing you need to do right now, start today and get done, is get 100 names on a list. Print your Facebook friends list, go to your email list, go to your phone. These are people you've not contacted yet about the Thrive experience. They can be randos on Facebook. I don't even care. We just need 100 names that you are going to contact. This is a contact sport. The more you contact, the faster you will win. I promise. I promise. This is where we're going to see the difference between the go-getters and the ones settling for mediocrity. Do you hear me? Okay. So 10 days, 100 Thrivers Challenge. You know what that means? It actually only means you got to contact 10 people a day. Okay. So it's really not that hard. We just make things harder than they need to be. Okay. I will, because it is, I've got 7 minutes left. I'm going to explain as much as I can in the next 7 minutes. And then I got to build some things out today, like the board. So I may record a short little snippet on this later, kind of explaining things in order. But what you're going to do, what we've done in the past. Oh, so I went into our team page this morning to just search out like the old boards. I'm going to bump the post that I found, one of the posts I found this morning. You guys, one time when we ran this in 2017, that post has 440 comments on it because that's how engaged this team was. And in 2017, we were also crushing it. So it was a good reminder for me this morning of why the 100 Thrivers Challenge works. And then I was like, yes, I'm so excited to do this for the next 10 days. Okay. So I'm going to give you, it's going to be easier than it was in the past because I'm going to give you boards, scripts, and all the tools to get it done. All you have to do is make a list of 100 people, and 10 people every day for the next 10 days have to be contacted. That's it. Well, I mean, kinda. You're going to like use the scripts I give you. You're going to go through the funnel the way I tell you to, and we're going to try to get some new customers and promoters with it. Okay. But what I need you to do today is get 100 people on a list. Now, in the past, we have also named this the sticky note challenge. Okay. And what we did was wrote a name at the top of the sticky note, and we put 100 of them across a board, a poster board, on the wall of your office, on the wall of your bathroom, on the wall of your kitchen. I don't care. I also am going to create a little Canva graphic that you can just fill out on a piece of paper. Because if you're anybody like me or my 7 friends coming with me, we're going on spring break during this. So we have to be able to be mobile. Okay. So I don't expect anybody to have to actually do the sticky notes, but if you want to, because you're going to be stationary, please do. If not, I'm going to have a Canva template for you that you can just print out or save on your phone and type names in. However you want to do it. I don't care. I don't want to train on Canva about this. I'm just going to make a template for you. And if you want to do it that way and do it all virtually, all on your phone, great, because you already know how to use Canva. You can create your own thing in Excel. I don't care. I need 100 names on a board that you can move to slots. Okay. So imagine, and if you are good at taking an idea that's in person and making it virtual, do your thing. Okay. But what you're going to do is write 100 names on these sticky notes or 100 names out on this grid that I'm making. And then there's going to be a second grid, a place to move them. And in each one of those, there's going to be a category: First category, second category, third category, fourth category, fifth category, and on. It's going to be where you move this person through the funnel. Okay. So you're going to have 100 people. We're going to try to move through that funnel in the next 10 days. Now, granted, is there going to be people who don't answer you? Yes. Am I going to give you follow-up scripts? Yes. Because you're going to go back and hit them again. And you might go back and hit them a third time. And you might go back and hit them a fourth time. I don't even care anymore. Do you care? Why not just keep going until they say yes or they tell you not to bug them anymore? Like, who cares? Really, who cares? We're trying to change lives, yours and theirs. It's not like you're trying to sell them snake oil. You're actually selling them something that works. Okay, so just a little, and like I said, I'll kind of do I'll probably create this in Canva and then do a screen share and record it so it's visually helps people that have never done this before. Those of you who've done the sticky note challenge in the past, this will be easier for you to grasp. Please help the other people on this team and your newer downline understand this. I will have some sort of prize that goes along with this. Aaron, Jarrell, anybody who is on your team, or if you are not on my team and you're on here or you're listening to this, more than welcome to participate in this alongside of us, 100%. Prizes, sorry, can't help you with that. You can create one for your own team, okay? But you can, I will record this, and Aaron, just ping me later and I will give you the recording of like putting this together so that they can do it too. So here's kind of the categories. You're going to have a contact and you're going to move that contact through these categories. Number one is you're going to have all of them over here. And once you make contact with one, you're going to move them into the made contact category. I'm going to give you the scripts to send out to them to make contact. Okay. They can be for a multitude of different reasons. So I'm going to give you multiple ones to use, and it's all going to be in one board called the 100 Thriver Challenge or whatever. Okay. And I'll share that board with everybody today. Aaron, I will share that with you too. So the first one's going to be made contact. And then once you've made contact and they tell you whatever, let me more information, whatever, I'm going to give you a couple videos to share. One's going to be the business opportunity. One's going to be the, what is Thrive? Just based on what your conversation is, you'll know which one that you need to send them. Okay. Once you send them the video, you're going to move them to that category. Now, you know, visually where these people are sitting. You sent them a video. Did you follow up with them? Because sometimes we do that and we lose them in our messenger, right? And we forget that we sent them anything. So now you're visually going to see where they're at in your follow-up system. Okay. So after you send them that video, obviously you need to make contact with them again. That next contact needs to be a validation. I don't care what it is. It needs to be a 3-way call, a 3-way chat, a Zoom, whatever. It needs to be a validation, a third-party validation. Once you've completed that third-party validation, you're going to move them to that category. And now you know where they stand. Okay. They've had the third-party validation. After that, we're going to give them an option, and I'm going to give you the script based on that 3-way chat or that 3-way Zoom or whatever. Or maybe they skip right over the video to, I want to try the product, right? And you didn't even get to that third-party validation. Let's keep moving them. We can third-party validate them later when there's an objection if we need to. Okay. So we're going to move them to, we're going to give them an option either after the third-party validation, basically when they say, I want to experience this, or I want to move to the next step, we're going to give them an option. And usually we don't do this until they're already trying their trial. We're going to do it early on this one. And I'm going to give you the script for it. And it's going to be the give an option to sign up for a sample. And you're going to give them your sample website, include sample website, so that they request it from you, so that we're following the funnel and the system that I've put in place for you guys. You're going to add them to Susie Bot. You're going to also offer them $25 off of an order for a month versus getting the sample. Okay. So we're going to try to get them to order before they even sample. We're going to give them an option at this point. I will give you the script, so don't stress. Okay. It'll all be done for you. You're going to add them to Susie Bot because it's going to walk them through the Thrive experience, no matter if they're trialing or they decide on the 30-day, it doesn't matter. Then they're going to be in that follow-up category of they're in Susie the Bot category. They're sitting on your board. They're sitting in Susie the Bot. You know what the status is. Make notes on the card, make notes in their square. However you're doing this, fill it out. In Susie the Bot, decided on a trial. In Susie the Bot, decided on a month, whatever, 30 days. Then we're going to send them a script after they've committed to either the trial or the 30-day. And we're going to say, if you love your sample of Thrive, or if you love your Thrive experience, your 3 simple steps. Would you like more information on becoming a customer and thriving for free, or becoming a promoter, making money and thriving for free? I'll give you that script. It will be in there. It will be built. Obviously, you guys, if they've already decided to become a customer and they took you up on that, like maybe you're offering them a promo of some sort to get them to buy into 30 days versus the trial, that's going to be all up to you because I can't help you with that. I will give recommendations, and I'll do a little bit more on the training later on this whole thing. Obviously, if they've already decided to become a customer at that point, we're going to say that script a little bit differently about thriving for free or making money. You have to determine that because you'll know if they're just trialing or if they're a customer. We're going to ask these questions early because we want to close these people faster than waiting for them to try their trial. Does that make sense? Okay. I hope I haven't confused anybody yet. Once they get all the way to the end of this, they're either going to go into one of 3 spots. They became a customer, they became a promoter, or they became part of my follow-up system because they didn't do either, and I need to keep following up with them. Okay. And we're going to put, every one of us is going to put 100 people through the system in the next 11 days. Intense. I said so. Okay. Ready, set, start putting your list together. I will start creating the rest of the tools for this, and I will be back in touch with you guys. No ifs. I hope you'll join us. It's all about your business. I'm going to give you all the tools. All you do right now, if you want to do the actual sticky notes, you guys go get some sticky notes and just start writing your names on them until you get to 100. If you just need to make a list right now because you're not sure how you're going to put the board together, I'm going to create some templates for you to fill out. Just get your list of 100 names together. People you have not contacted yet. Okay. These are not people you've already contacted. These are people you have not contacted yet. And I don't care where they come from. Really don't. I'm going to give you the scripts to reach out to them in multiple different ways. All right. I think it's probably past 9 o'clock. I hope you guys have a fabulous Monday. Get ready, lace up your running shoes because we about to go running.